Now, meanwhile, authorities are still conducting search and rescue operations at the Bondi beach. We can see that authorities are carrying several bodies on stretchers and taking them to hospitals. I will come back to you, Mr. Nalapad. I also have Major General Rajan Kochar. He's a defense expert joining me on the broadcast. Now, Major General Kochar, we are of course discussing this possible terror attack in Australia. But the more interesting thing is that the Prime Minister, Anthony Albanese, had already mentioned a few days ago that they're expecting this. And I'm going to quote something from a press conference that he held a few days ago, which is that the advice that we've received is that more Australians are embracing a more diverse range of extreme ideologies, and it is our responsibility to be vigilant. Now, earlier during the day, I was speaking to an Australian journalist, and he mentioned that they need to be careful about what nationalities are really coming into Australia. So how do you see these two statements?
Thank you, Vishali. I think at the outset, it's extremely sad to hear that such an incident has happened in Australia, because normally we don't see these kind of incidents in Australia. I can understand in the United States or Great Britain or even France, but these two statements, what you are actually mentioning, they describe a changing trend of a migration, a changing trend of a type of people who are wanting to settle down in other countries and create this kind of a hatred. Because basically, if you look at this incident, it stems from a simple and a very glaring fact that there is a hatred in that individual who has carried out the attack against a particular community. And we are seeing this happening not only in Australia, this trend is also seen in France and Great Britain as well as Canada. So I think this should be a cause of worry for Mr. Albanese, because if he had intelligence inputs available to him, and possibly I think the Australian intelligence and Australian police is known to be very efficient, and especially the New South Wales police, where this incident has happened in that jurisdiction. So I think possibly some measures could have been taken in such kind of a gathering, because we have seen when we handle these kind of incident, intelligence plays a very important role. But at times, what happens is there is too much of information coming, and too much of these inputs are coming. One is not able to decipher which one to actually accept, or which one is real, or which one is imaginary, because that is the problem, or that is the vacuum in which the intelligence agencies you have to actually work, because not every your input is very accurate, or it is I can say actionable. So it's I think time, these two important aspects which you have just mentioned. I will summarize my your assessment or analysis in a way that all countries now, including Australia, will have to tighten up the immigration laws, will have to go into a lot of details before accepting people inside their own country, because this trend is increasing, and the demographic character of society is also changing because of this kind of immigration in all over. And United States has already started it, because United States has realized if one Afghanistani national shot that police guard, President Trump has banned all Afghans to come into Afghanistan, no to America, no visas for them. So I think that's a very extreme step, but possibly Australia would not be taking, and two people have been arrested. And I think government has not yet made a formal statement, but I'm sure after integration of these two people who have been arrested, some details of the incident will come forward. Thank you, Vishali.
All right, I'd request my guests to stay on with me. I've got some